Good morning, I'm Jenny.
Good morning. This is Darren. How are you?
Hey, good, Darren. How are you? Good morning, good morning.
I'm great. Good morning. How is your day going so far?
Oh, my Monday is going well. I am tired AF, let me tell you.
Rough weekend?
It was busy. It was busy. How was your weekend?
Very busy itself. I own my own entertainment company. So I
Ooh.
yes, my name on that I use on TikTok is DJ Darren.
Yeah,
So yes, I am actually a DJ. So
a real live
um
one?
yeah, as of right now, with the things with COVID and
Yeah.
everything, things are starting to get back to normal. So right now, the things that I'm mostly doing, like on Sunday stuff like that, are car shows.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
very simple, outside, easy money,
Yeah.
and it keeps me busy. Definitely
I
keeps me busy.
bet. I bet. Car shows are real cool. And those are usually on the weekends too. Like,
You know what? They're actually all over the place. We have ones around here in New Jersey that there's a car show every day of the week.
oh wow.
All
Okay.
over the place. Some are big, some are small. Mine's a fairly medium sized one on the weekend, but
That's what she said.
yeah. All right.
Well, Darren, thanks so much for joining me today and guest co-hosting with me. This is fabulous. I'm so excited to do the show with you today.
No, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I've listened to you guys for a while,
Hmm.
and seen the progression of the show, and then I heard you were doing co-hosts, and turned around. I was like, you know what? I got to be on it. Got
Yeah,
to be on
gotta
it. So
be
I
on
sent you a
it.
message, and here we are.
Gotta be on it. I love what's happening behind you. For those who are just listening and not watching currently, when you watch the YouTube show, you'll notice that Darren has a mirage of of uh, of collectibles behind you. Could you tell us about that? Looks
Um,
exciting.
Yeah, I'm a big collector of 80s, if you want to call it nostalgia. There's three big
Yes.
movies that I'm into: the Goonies, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future. I also keep
Yes.
them, tattooed on my arm.
Oh wow.
So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Slimer.
yeah, I keep my one on Willie on the back. You know, so
Wow.
it's one of those. It's one of my loves that I kind of got into. So I started collecting a lot of, props from the movies. A lot of replicas and everything else. Anything that has to do with the film itself. I started getting into other things like Beetlejuice and
Oh yeah. That
Karate
was my
Kid.
brother's favorite movie.
Oh, really?
Beetlejuice,
Yeah,
yeah.
Karate Kid. I got a lot of Christmas from Christmas Vacation,
Oh yeah.
Christmas Story.
Do you have the
Um,
leg lamp?
I will spin it.
Tell me you have the leg lamp. Tell me you have the leg lamp without telling me you have the leg lamp.
Let me just move my camera here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a
For
little
those of
bright,
you
but
listening, I am witnessing pure nostalgia right now. You
yeah.
have the leg lamp.
And that's why people ask me, why do you keep it up all year long? And it's like, why do I have any of my stuff up, all year long? I like I said, my Christmas shelf that I have, the movies and everything else. It's just
Yeah.
it's a part of me, and I enjoy it the most. This is my relaxing area when I come into my home, and
Aw.
my kids call it my museum.
Your museum. I'm
Yeah,
a huge 80s buff, so I'm like digging this right now. Where's that speed limit 88 sign from?
that actually my wife found that online. It's the 88 miles per hour. That when the DeLorean hits 88, it goes back in time.
Right. Oh
So
my
it's
gosh.
just basically a takeoff of that. It's not anything specific, to the movie itself, but you know everything up here. I mean, I've even got
Quite the menagerie.
this is the prop like remote from
Oh, come on. Stop
yeah,
it. No, you don't have that.
yes.
Okay. This is not clickbait, but if you are just listening to the show, you need to go over to YouTube and watch the show because I am witnessing pure nostalgia and it's blowing my mind right now. That is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You've got
stuff.
quite the collection.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said,
Yeah, that's so
it's a
cool.
love that has taken over my wallet and my walls. So
I bet. Oh my god. no.
and surprisingly, it's an addiction that my wife and my children are okay with.
Oh,
you know
good. Good.
it's
Yes,
an
we
addiction
support
that
those
they're
ones.
okay with. So, and
Yes, we support
as long as I'm allowed to do that, then besides my other things that I do in life, I'm happy.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And what are you drinking this morning, my friend?
you know I got off the soda kick in January, try to become a little bit healthier.
Good for
I'm
you.
more just bottles of water with
Yep.
kind of like the flavor packets.
Yep.
Just something that keep me hydrated, and I need something with a little flavor. Regular water just doesn't do anything.
It's hard,
So
right? It's
yes,
hard. Yeah.
and you think, oh, it's just water, but
Yeah.
water gets stale and boring after a while. But the amount of soda and energy drinks that were drinking before, that was just packing on weight, and I got to the
Empty
point where, like,
calories.
yes, and I'm looking at myself extremely unhappy, because the
Mm.
amount of weight that I put on now. I walk every night. I do a couple miles every night. I
Good
drink
for
water.
you.
I eat, salads for lunch, and
Yep.
turned into a rabbit. So, but
How many kids do you have?
I have two children. I have two children. I have two girls, one 15 and the other 5.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
good
That was
distance in between both of them.
okay, so you weren't always a rabbit then. You were just
No, oh no, I'll probably go back to it. It's just one of those. Gotta get the weight down just a little bit more, and then I can go back to my beer and burgers and everything else. And because it is coming close to summertime and Memorial Day, so I already broke out the grill. So it's
Wow,
grilling season.
there's and so, Darren, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from a small little town in New Jersey. It was like
New
small town.
Jersey.
You know what? Nobody says that.
I know, I'm just
Nobody says. And
just
everybody
razzing you.
always goes New Jersey, and it's like I don't think I've heard anybody say that. Or it's normally, what exit are you from?
What
I mean, if you
exit are
like to
you
know, I'm exit 10 on 287. Um, I'm right between Route 22 and 287 in a small town called Middlesex, about 4 square miles, long. But no,
How
it's
far
just,
are you from the Cake Boss? Um,
oh, in Hoboken,
Hoboken, yeah.
um, I'm about, with traffic, 45 minutes, half hour,
Wow.
45 minutes. You
Wowzers,
know,
that's so cool.
he,
Have you ever been there?
yeah, he's, I'll be honest, he's not always cracked up to be. When he came out with the
No?
TV show,
Oh, man.
his well, with everything, back in the day when we were younger, my aunt lived in Staten Island,
Mhm.
so I know, when we were young, we used I've eaten there before, and
Okay, okay.
even now I do work in Hoboken and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You'd stop there for the cupcakes or cookies, and
Yep.
they're just so they're so mass produced now that they
Mm.
don't have, to me, they just don't put the love into their pastries like they used to. Everything is just
Oh,
covered in fondant, and I don't know if you've ever had one of the, I've been to a party where one of those cakes were,
okay.
it's just chunks, it's just sugar, just
Oh,
complete
sickly
sugar all
sweet, eh?
around. He
Oof.
tried opening a couple other, like, little spots in Westfield,
Mhm.
and I think 2 other places, but I think they ended up closing down.
Oh, man. Oh, that's
Yeah,
disappointing to
they
hear.
they they just
You
didn't
see them
last.
on
Yeah, his popularity just didn't, it didn't last that long.
wow. Yeah, that's disappointing. You see them on TV and you think, "Oh, they look so great and whatever," and then,
Yeah.
you have the real interaction. So, but you've gone there, growing up, so you have the
Yeah.
experience of
Yeah.
how it
Stuff
first
like that is
started.
just kind of, I get more excited when I see, stuff, farther away, that was on TV, or, something else. And then you go there, and then, wow, that was disappointing. You spend
Yeah.
all that time getting built up watching the show or whatever it was. And then, oh,
Yeah, a
I
little
could have
bit of a
done better at
letdown.
home,
Yeah.
but
I used to binge watch that show, and then I started making these, like, really elaborate cakes, and I would sell them, um, around, and I did pretty good for a while, but it gets monotonous, it gets boring, I have to
did
tell
you
you.
get into, like, with the long, having to go by the doweling rod? Like, were you making stuff big,
Well,
or
so
were you just
I
making a
made
couple tier cakes?
yeah, I would make some tier cakes, I would make some, like, really fancy cakes, I'd do the fondant, I'd make my own fondant from
Okay.
marshmallow. Um, and I do like I made a beach cake once, and I did these really kind of really cool flour cupcakes, and I
Okay.
did it like these really kind of fancy, fun, extravagant things. But I kind of got bored after a while. Like it only like interested me for like I don't know, like 6 months, and I was like, all right, I'm over that.
I'm done.
I'm done making cakes.
I don't want to do this anymore. That's funny. It's something I guess, there's things in life that, you think that you're going to be really into, you start doing it, and then all of a sudden, no, it's just
Yeah,
not for me, you
yeah,
know.
exactly. What's going on in your neck of the woods with everything happening in the world? What are the current topics? Anything in the news
Ah,
exciting?
I mean, if you're talking COVID or masks,
Yeah,
yeah, New Jersey, right now, everybody around us seems to be, opening up, well, everybody's opening up fully, but our governor is still holding the mask mandate, indoors.
right, right,
So, but I know New York, I guess, is releasing it. Pennsylvania, let the masks go a while ago. But yeah, Governor Murphy holds things very strong here in,
mm,
New Jersey, and kind of holds a tight leash on, everybody here, even though when, follow the science, the numbers
yeah.
are below, what they've ever been before. And then now you're going to tell us we still can't, live your life, or you're just going to get in trouble. So,
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? It's just
but
crazy.
I go to work every day. I've been going to work every single day since the beginning of everything.
Yep,
I'm not home. I
yep.
work. So I've survived this far.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Well, we have a fabulous show lined up for today. We are going to talk about the best places to eat. We are going to have our famous 3 question draw. Talk about our best moments in life, best moments in life, and play a little game of this or that, which is one
Okay.
of my favorites. And rumor has it, sir, you have a tip of the day.
I do have a tip of the day.
Fabulous.
Very simple, very easy.
Well, let's get started and talk about our 5 best places in the world to eat that you've eaten at. Would you care to go first?
God, 5 best places. If you're in the pizza, I, oh man, I really wish I.
Yeah.
If you're talking pizza, a buddy of mine grew up in, Brooklyn and Queens, New York. I really wish I knew the name. Um, Pizza out here in Jersey, it's good, but
Yeah.
God, when I hit pizza in New York, and I'm talking about, the good pizzerias. This
Deep
pizzeria
dish.
was known for when they were filming The Godfather and stuff like
Oh,
that. So Joe
yes.
Pesci and, all the big guys would go to this pizzeria and eat. And my business partner, brought me in. And he goes, "Hey, you got to come see where I grew up." And I really wish I remembered the name of the place, but amazing pizza, like no grease, great crisp, everything. It was phenomenal,
Wow.
and I haven't been able to
New
find
York
pizza like
pizza.
that again. Yes, New York pizza.
New York pizza. Wow. One of my favorites is Swiss Chalet because I love their fries.
Swish. I don't
I don't
think.
know if you have Swiss Chalet in the States. I don't know if
Mm,
you have them there.
no, I don't think so.
It's like a chicken it's like a chicken diner, but I'm vegan, so I don't eat the chicken, but I love the fries. They have the best fries ever there. They're my absolute favorite, absolute favorite. So I
What
love them.
you're in? Wait, what part of Canada are you in?
I'm in Ontario.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, been
yeah,
there, been there.
yeah.
Um, Wow, no, I've never heard of that. I mean, you're saying chicken. I'm thinking Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Nope.
Something recently that I just had this past weekend in South Carolina called Bojangles.
Oh, hmm. Do they
And
now?
the name just the name just sounds way out there. It's like, hey, do you want to go to Bojangles for chicken? And I'm like, if it's good, million things running through my head with that name.
Exactly.
So I just kind of, yeah,
Number 2 on your
Uh,
list,
no, 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 no. Let's see. What do I got? I don't know if you guys should have them there. Chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh. Yes.
I love
Love
Chipotle. I
Chipotle.
was
Love
never
Chipotle.
never a big like burrito or bowl type of person. And my wife had gotten food there one day. I'm like, oh, let me try it. Let me try a burrito. I'll get some rice and beans and lettuce and
So good.
everything in it. And then I gotta stop. I'm getting it like once a week now.
It is so good, right?
It is good.
Mm.
It is very good.
Number two is Emerald Gassi's restaurant in Las Vegas for me.
Walked past there and never went in there.
Oh, it is so good. It is so good. The food was fresh. It melt in your mouth, delicious. It was not over salted, which a lot of restaurants tend to do. It was delicious, I have to say. And the portions I probably could do with a little smaller portions. They were really large portions. Um, but the whole ambiance of it, the courses that came out consecutively, it was just a really great experience and I loved it and the food was great.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was really good.
Sounds expensive.
It's pricey, yeah. It's pricey.
Yeah. See, when it comes to food, I'm very simple. Like
Yeah.
I don't. My wife and I don't get out too much. To fancy
Yeah.
restaurants. We're not. That type. We have a couple really nice restaurants in our town. Small little family owned place that will go every once in a while. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I'm sorry
Yep.
about that.
That's okay.
I
It
just
was
lost you.
yeah,
My phone just went
it was
off.
a treat. It was, I had gone there for my birthday, so it was way back when. But yeah, it was really nice ambiance. But if you're looking for something, a little fancier, it's a really nice place to go.
Now, in Canada, do you guys have hibachi?
Hibachi. No, I don't think so. What is
No.
that?
Okay. When it's a Asian restaurant where they have the flat griddle in front of you
Uh-huh.
and they're cooking up the rice noodles where you always see
Oh,
them.
yeah, 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 yeah,
They
yeah.
always
I've
have the
seen that.
onion tower that they set on fire. They're flipping the food
Right.
at you
Yeah.
and everything else. Any type of hibachi, for me, especially around here, are amazing.
Oh, wow.
It's like a trip. My kids love going to them because there's just so much food, and
Yep.
you start eating and they dump so they continuously dump food on your plate and you're going, oh man, I'm not going to finish this, and then you're full halfway through and your plate's still being piled
Oh
high.
my
It's
gosh,
like, I'm going to take all
crazy.
that home. That's lunch tomorrow.
Number 3 on my list would be, Sassafras in Yorkville. Again, it's a little bit more upper scale, but it is, really fresh food. It's great in the summertime. It's a great summertime restaurant. You can sit out on the patio. They have, great vegan options, and they have really nice green drinks that you can get before your meal as an aperitif. So, it's really, really nice. Yeah.
Wow. I just more it just more it just said, man, I gotta broaden my horizons a little more with some of this stuff, because I'm just by talking to you and I'm more of a plain Jane when it comes to food.
I love uh, I just love food. So I'm a big foodie. So across the board, anything from fancy to just a really great pizza, or
Mhm.
my favorite all-time meal, honest to God, is um the beans and toast, really. Like every once
Beans
in a
and
while, if
toast.
I'm just feeling super low key, is a beans and toast for me.
Yeah, you're just talking regular baked beans and toast.
Yep, just the beans and maple syrup out of the can, beans and toast.
God. Okay, now that I've never heard. I mean, maple bacon, inside the beans, stuff like that. I mean, that comes out of a can. You just, but no, that I might have to give that a try. That's
It
something
it's
totally
really
different.
good.
Yeah,
It's
just
really
wait.
good.
What do you want? Oh, toast and beans, a little bit of Aunt Jemima on top.
What's next on your list?
Um, the horrible non Italian, restaurant that we have, Olive Garden.
Olive
I
Garden.
love Italian. I love Italian food.
Yes.
A lot of Italian food. I haven't experienced the full on. I can mention restaurants in my town, left and right, and nobody will know who they are because
Right, right.
they're one offs. They're little tiny holes in the wall, but the food's phenomenal.
I
But
love Olive Garden. The breadsticks and the salad, you can't go wrong,
the
right? Those
soup, yeah, the
breadsticks.
pasta fagioli, soup
Ooh.
and the breadstick. Oh, you can eat that all day long.
Do you guys have Cracker Barrel near you?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, they have the best salads ever.
See, you go right to the salad. Me, I'm thinking, mac and cheese. I'm thinking, the breakfast and the country fried, steak and everything else.
Yeah.
And you're going to the well, your lettuce taste is a little bit different than mine.
Next on my list is Clifford's in East Sussex in the UK.
Clifford's.
Um,
I've heard the
yeah,
name.
it's in England. It's in the UK. It's in
Okay.
East Sussex. It's called Clifford's. It's a family-owned restaurant. It's actually in their home. It was this family that started their own little um not really a B&B, but they started they lived upstairs, and then in the whole main part of their house they opened it as a restaurant. So it was just like a little 4 table restaurant diner, and the food was made fresh to order. So when you order it, it wasn't like coming out like a mainstream restaurant. You got to wait for your food.
Right.
It was an experience. The whole time there, it's an experience. But they had really great like classic English food. I haven't been there since I
Bangers
was
and
young.
mash.
Yeah, well, they do like a really nice fish and chips, or they would do like, I think they'd have more dishes, like they'd have duck, and then like all kind duck l'orange and all kinds of stuff like that. But I haven't been there since I was like, young, but it's an experience, and it's a thatch roofed cottage home.
Wow.
So it was really, really, really nice, really, really
So
nice.
you're a world traveler also.
I've traveled a lot. Yeah, I've traveled a lot.
Awesome. I'm more of a United States, multi-province, Canada, Mexico traveler. Growing up,
Oh,
my dad,
Mexico,
yeah,
nice.
my dad was a long distance bus driver. So growing up, I spent a lot of time on a bus, taking tours all over the U.S. Um, but I can say that's why I mentioned, Canada. Besides Niagara Falls, my favorite place to go was Pierce, Quebec.
Oh,
I
wow.
loved going there. For some reason, that was just like when that trip came around, I loved going there. It was that amazing rock that's out in the Pierce rock that was like when
Mhm.
the tide went out, you get to walk out to the rock, and it was just a huge hole, that you got to walk
Yeah.
underneath and then just make sure that you got back before the tide came in. It
Yeah.
didn't seem anything special, but the people, the food, everything else was just a totally different experience. And that's one of the main places that I miss in Canada.
Aw.
Besides Niagara Falls, I used to
Yeah,
love
everyone
going
says
there.
Niagara Falls. Yeah, it's a sight to see. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a sight to see. And what is last on your list, my friend?
My last one is not a restaurant at all.
Oh.
It's actually my mom's house.
Oh, that
I
is
gotta,
so sweet.
you know, so the food, I mean, seriously, the food that you eat, everywhere else, but nothing compares to the food you grew up on. Nothing compares to
Yep.
sitting down for an actual, home cooked meal where you're
Oh,
not sitting there worrying about bothering somebody behind you. The banter that goes on, with your family. That means more to me.
yeah.
You know Family when it comes to that. So
Absolutely. I love
sitting
that.
down eating my mom's food, is that's the best restaurant of all.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. She must love having you over too. That's
Well, I don't know.
meh,
No,
meh,
no.
meh. Um,
She's just,
my last one is also not a restaurant, but the food is great. Whole Foods. They have like the counter, like the deli kind of counter,
yes.
but they have all the fresh salads and
Hmm.
fresh like veggies, grilled veggies, and all kinds of different dishes, like real like eggplant, dishes and rice and like mushroom rice and all kind. Really, really, really great fresh food stuff. So I love Whole Foods for that. So that's awesome.
Whole Foods. The only thing I go to Whole Foods for is when the fancy grapes come out that taste like cotton candy.
Oh, the cotton
The
candy
cotton
grapes.
cotton candy
I
grapes.
do they really taste like cotton candy?
When you get a good batch, it's
Yeah.
not like, oh my god, I'm eating cotton candy. You get like you get a cotton candy taste,
Sure.
but you're not like, oh my god, it's like I'm eating
I'm at the
handfuls of.
carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's some, because some of them you eat and it's like, okay, that's a regular grape, and the
Yeah.
next one it's like, oh, that one had a sweet flavor to it.
Oh gosh. Well, I am allergic to grapes, so that's
Oh,
something
that's not good.
that'll never happen for me. But yeah. Um, let's move on to our 3-question draw.
All right.
My first question for you, sir, and feel free to ponder this. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I think friends of mine have had drunken nights thinking, talking about this. You kind of, God, you look at it, it's like you couldn't have the chicken without, you needed the
Yeah.
chicken to make the egg,
Yeah.
but then you needed to make, you had to have the egg to make the chicken. I don't know. I'm gonna say probably the egg. No, but the
Okay.
reason for, like, I think the chicken is, a hybrid of, maybe two other animals, so you figure, they weren't chickens. They something, happened. They had an egg,
Uh-huh.
and, whatever mutated and created the chicken, and I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna stick with the egg. Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Okay. I would say the chicken, but that's just, we can still be friends.
Oh, okay. Six in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Question number 2. If you could create a new world rule, what would it be?
For everybody to mind their own business.
God damn. Yep.
In all
Ain't
seriousness,
that
for
the
everybody
effing
just to
truth?
mind their own damn business.
Ain't that the truth?
It's like, the Constitution. Thou should, or isn't that a new rule on the? I don't know how many rules there are, but thou shalt.
The 10 commandments?
Yeah. Now you're gonna have 11. Thou shalt mind their own damn
Have
business.
11.
Yeah.
Thou shalt mind their own effing business.
Right. Because that's, at this point in time in life, that's just what everybody needs to do, because everybody's always in everybody else's.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
get off my back. You don't need, everybody's always in everybody's business. So, oh man.
Question number 3.
Okay.
What is one thing your kids do that drives you nuts?
Everything. No.
Everything.
I think just like any parent would say is, having to tell them 20 or 30 times to do the simplest things.
Yeah.
Like my youngest, pick up your toys. And she'll just like look, no,
Just-
pick
just
up
look
your
at you.
toys.
Yeah.
And then she'll go down and pull out some more toys and
Right.
playing with that. No, pick up your toy, so after maybe the 5th or 6th time of telling her, she finally does it. My oldest now is, put the laundry in the hamper,
Right.
or you're 15 now. You can do your own laundry.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. How old were you when you started doing your own laundry?
Oh God.
I was a kid.
My parents got divorced when I was pretty young, and my mom had to work. So my sister, I have a sister who's 5 years older than me. So she was never home. So it was kind of, I would say maybe 12, 13.
Yeah.
It was a very, very young age at the time, where it's like, if I want clean underwear, I need to go get a couple quarters. Yeah, I lived in an apartment complex at the time, so I need to go get a couple quarters and put it in that machine if I want clean underwear. If not, I'm going to be the smelly kid, and I don't want
smelly kid.
I don't need to be the smelly kid. Well, didn't you wear that shirt yesterday? It still got the stain from last week. Well,
Yes, I did.
yeah,
Commandment 11, mind your own business.
exactly. I love how that fits right in. That's perfect. Oh wow. Oh man.
You're up, sir.
All right. What
Ask
do we
me
got here?
anything.
All right. I've got um what food, if you only had one food to live on for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Salad. Salads.
Salad.
Yeah, I eat salad every day. It's my favorite thing to eat. Yeah.
Really? It doesn't get old after a while?
It doesn't for me, and I've always been that way, even as a kid.
And
Like,
do
even
you
at if
change
it
it up and add different things or
well,
different
I
salad
mix it up
dressings, stuff like
sometimes.
that?
I'm not a big salad dressing person.
Neither am I.
I usually just do, like, a little bit of vegan mayonnaise, or I do just olive oil and
Okay.
spices. Yeah. But
Interesting.
even as a kid, like, at parties and gatherings and stuff, I was never, like, over where the food stuff was. I was always the veggies and dip tray kid.
Waiting for the
Like
carrots and celery to come around.
exactly. Exactly.
We're
So,
at a dip. Why? Jenny
yeah.
ate it all.
Where's the cucumber?
Well, my
Yeah.
daughter used to do that. She was on a cucumber kick for God knows how long. So we would go, obviously to the store and you buy 6 or 7 at the time,
Yeah.
peel the entire thing. She'd sit in front of the TV, just eating the entire thing. And it's like,
It's a
oh, is that your
hydration
dinner?
food.
Yeah. Is that your dinner? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, we're good. You're healthy. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
So salad. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. If you could be any movie character, who would that be?
Ooh. Snap. Any movie is it
Maybe
animated?
why?
Animated
You know
or
what?
what? Or live?
I think it could. Your choice.
Okay. Oh gosh, who would I be? So many options. Um, I have to go just there's so many to choose from. Like, and I would probably need more time to think about it to really like cement it down if it was like a lifelong decision. But off the top of my head, I would say um uh
A tough one.
I know. Um God, why is the name escaping my mind right now? It's one of my favorite movies. Tom Hardy played the twin in the movie Legend. Um, oh gosh, why is the name escaping me? So
Is
so
it like a?
the
Is it a
the tough
superhero
twin.
movie, something like that?
Ooh, sorry, I knocked the table. Um, it's the tough twin. So there was a tough twin, and there was like a twin that had like some stuff going on. But he was like the tough one who was like in charge of like the London's underground in the 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Frank. Why am I not remembering the name? But
I got.
anyways,
I will check that
he
out.
just was like so smooth and charismatic and tough and just but
Welcome
still
back then,
like
little dapper.
little
Good,
dapper,
nicely
little
dressed.
yeah, like he was very polite. It was a gentleman, but just like respected everywhere he went. Like that, he just had style. He just had like he had a thing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Not.
I'd probably be like that badass character. Yeah, I'd probably be that.
That's good. Oh, I've asked people that same question. They're like, "Oh yeah," and it's like the saddest character and whatever. I'd be Eeyore, and it's like, well,
Oh fuck my life.
why? Because I'm bored, and it's okay. If that's the way you like to be, but
Oh my goodness.
so number 3, I've got why a podcast?
Why a podcast?
Why a podcast?
I always wanted to have my own show, and it was something I've been talking about for a year plus. And I always have many irons in the fire. And finally, after talking about it for so long, I had a little bit of space and time where I could sit down and focus on putting it together. And I wanted to have a morning show and I wanted to have a night show. And I got a lot of other things that I want to have and work on. And this is the first in the succession of things to come. So I just
Good.
jumped both feet in and said, "Hey, let's have my own show. Why not?
I'm right there with you. You know, I mean, if it's okay, I'm not to
Yeah, yeah,
promote
yeah.
mine, but I also run a podcast. It's the DJ
You
Darren
do.
6 String 105 podcast,
Yep.
which we're definitely going to be having you on.
Oh, so
Um,
kind of you.
so it was just two random guys where I work. We bantered so much on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's where people started pushing it. Where when we were going live and speaking to people, and everybody just kind of like, oh, you remind us of Laurel and Hardy. You remind us of like they were like
Tim and
Chris
Sid.
Farley, and everything else. And it's like, okay, all right, people are actually enjoying, our lives, and we were doing it at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
And I mean, we
gosh,
had a
that's
lot
early.
of,
That's the
yeah,
time
it
I go
was
to
just a
bed,
time
bro.
in the morning. Geez, I'm normally at my office between 4 and 5 in the morning, so we started at that
Yep.
time. But it was just one of those. So, Charlie, 6 String, he turned around and was like, "Hey, you know what? Tomorrow, come in. We're gonna start a podcast." And it's like, start a podcast. What? I listened to them. There's a bunch of podcasts that I was listening to in the beginning, and he goes, so he set it all up. Got us on Anchor.
Yep.
And then Anchor started, putting us on all the different channels. So, they got us on iTunes, they got us on Google Play. We're still trying to get on iHeartRadio, but
Yeah. Well,
it
well, speaking of having your own show and your own podcast, that kind of leads us into our next segment, which is like the best moments of your life.
would I consider that a best moment? You know what? It's maybe fourth,
Fourth.
or fourth or fifth.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because it's an amazing thing. I truly enjoy doing it. I talk too much as it is, so it's one of those things. It's an amazing outlet. My wife turned around, hey, go ahead, go talk. You know, go away, go talk to your
You're
friends.
highly communicative.
Uh, sure, if you want to call me that. I'm just a blabbermouth. I don't know when to shut up half the time, because there'll be like right now there'll be conversations where I'm talking and my wife's going, let's go. They don't want to hear you anymore.
Well,
So
what is one of your best moments of your we're going to talk about three of them, but what's one of the best moments of your life and your top
one of
three?
the best ones, actually was just had my anniversary about a month ago, when I became a firefighter.
Oh, no
Yeah, I
way.
became
Oh.
um typical times in my life, kind of
Yeah.
friends of mine kind of brought me out and was like, hey, join this, come hang out with us here. And it was like, why would I want to run into a burning building? Like, what are you
Yeah.
guys, stupid? I grew up with firemen all my life. The apartment complex I lived in was literally the entire fire department in my town. They
Mhm.
just all, so it's like hanging around the fire truck or firemen, stuff like that was just normal day-to-day stuff. And
Yeah.
I never thought, oh, I always wanted to be a cop.
Okay. I could
that
see
just
that. I could see
that
that.
just didn't work. That didn't pan out. Didn't go down that right road. um
Okay.
so so it's like, oh, the next best thing is, here, put these clothes on and a cool looking helmet and go run into a building. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, I'm going, this is my 24th year. It's a volunteer department, so
Yep.
yes, I don't get paid to do what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, we thank you for your service.
I love that word. We thank you. In our realm, that's actually a dig.
Oh,
Oh no, no, it
no,
is.
not in Canada. No, no, no. See,
We love to say to our friends, oh, thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
oh, it's like when I pass my friends in college in the hallway, and we're like, "How's your dick?" It's like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. So
no, it's we are very appreciative of those who are on the front lines and who are willing to step up to those challenges, and you do that, and you've done that for 24 years. So massive respect
yeah,
for that.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice to genuinely, hear it, sometimes, instead of,
Yeah.
like, hey, boot sniffer,
Boot sniffer, really?
yeah,
Wow.
smoke eater, and anything that they want to call us. But yeah, so I mean, that was probably, I'm not gonna say that's number one. It's one of the three.
Uh-huh.
My second one was actually the day I got married.
Oh, that's nice.
17 wonderful years ago.
17
Yeah.
wonderful years. God bless you.
I've been with my wife for 24 years and we've been married for 17.
Oh,
So yeah,
very
she
nice.
was I went to her high school prom. I was
Oh,
19, she was 17. We started dating. She
sweethearts.
goes, "Want to go to my prom?" I'm like, yeah, sure. And
Oh,
we kind of just didn't leave each other from there.
oh,
So
that's so sweet. Number three?
I just separate times, but the birth of my kids. I had to,
Yeah,
put that
for
into one.
sure.
You
Yeah.
know, always thought, I was gonna have a boy. For some reason, it was I gotta have a boy. I got, So the first round, bang, it's a girl. Okay, I can deal with daddy's little girl. It's
Yeah.
like, no, 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 we're gonna try for a boy. Yeah, good luck with that. Boom, another girl. And this one, my oldest is just like my wife.
Uh-huh.
Um, you know, calm, cool, laid back, everything else. My youngest is like me. So
Like
I got a
hell yeah.
boy. I got a boy with long hair and different body parts. So, but yes, I got my little boy that I wanted, but
Aw.
she's a no, I'm not gonna say a terror. She's a sweetheart, but she's a handful, and she's
Well, you know
exactly
what that's called?
karma.
Payback.
Oh, payback karma. I would say karma, because karma
Karma.
looked me right in the eye and said, ha, ha, I'm laughing at you now.
One of the best moments in my life was winning my first dance trophy when I started competitive dancing when I was younger.
Really?
Um, yeah, because I had a lot of negativity around me at that time and people didn't think I could do it. And I went in there and I won, and it was a third place trophy. But let me tell you, every trophy I won after that was either first or second. That third place trophy to this day is my favorite.
That's the best damn third place trophy
Best.
that, anybody's ever won.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It came out of nobody thinking I would walk away with anything. And
Now,
I
what
was
was
like,
it, ballet or anything, or just
I did the whole
all
host
types
of
of
it.
dance?
Yeah, all kinds. I did tap, jazz, ballet, musical theater, Latin, everything. I did the whole gamut. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, I was a dancer for 15 years. So did
Okay.
competitive. Yeah. Yeah. So
So you
next
got bad
was
knees now.
so I had bad knees. I wish you know what? I so have to get back in shape. Like, oh my gosh. If I could just get my butt to where it was when I was a dancer, I'd be happy.
Well, age happens, and everything else, and
No,
not
that's
every.
not true. I don't know if you've noticed, but I age backwards. So
Well, you're
I
getting younger.
yeah, I don't I anti-age.
Yeah, me. Then the more and more I grow out my beard, the
Yeah.
more and more the gray just keeps on coming out, and it's like I'm only 42 years old. Why do I have so much gray in my beard? It's better than some of my friends who are either completely bald or have a really bad receding hairline.
Oh my
No, I
god.
have a full head of hair, so I'm good with that.
Well, number 2 and number 3 on my list, I'll just shout them out quickly, is anything outside with adventure or, you know, camping or hiking or rock climbing or whatever. Anything outside is I love. Those are the best moments of my life. And little nostalgia, my papa teaching me how to cook his favorite meal when he was alive.
Oh wow.
Just, yeah. So his one of his favorite meals was chicken parmesan.
Okay, one of
So, yeah.
my favorite.
So he taught me how to like debone a chicken properly, and just it was a skill. Do you know what I mean? It was like a learned
Yeah.
skill, and it was just sort of a really nostalgic kind of
Oh,
thing.
so
So,
you
yeah.
you actually deboned it. You didn't go to the store and just buy, the cutlet and just
Oh
bread it
no.
and okay.
Oh no. No, 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 no. I mean, real men and women debone their own.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, I mean in
That was
Canada,
my
I mean
papa. That was my papa's mentality.
you go out your back door, kill the chicken, I'm sorry, the turkey that's running through, or
Maybe that's why
don't
I'm
you
a
have like
vegan.
a
Hmm.
moose, don't you have moose running through your backyard and stuff?
Crazy, crazy,
Well,
crazy.
you can, what you guys can have back, the Canadian geese. Okay,
Oh gosh,
please,
they're
please, can you take them
vicious.
back?
They are
They're
vicious.
I've made friends with them.
They're not nice.
Going back to the firefighter thing real quick. I've actually had to rescue two of them. One that got caught up
Idiots.
in our local pond got caught up in fishing line. So
Aw.
like it was literally almost like kind of cutting its wing off. So
Aw.
I'm also
Muffin.
on a boat rescue team. So we ended up going out there in the boat in the water trying to get this. I'll send you the pictures. I'm
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
there in
yeah,
like my
yeah.
wetsuit holding the goose in my in my arm, kind of
We'll
looking at
post it
waiting
on the Instagram.
waiting for the Humane Society to come take it. But then there was
Aw.
another one not too far from my house that was injured. We brought back, and but yeah, when they're calm, they're
Uh-huh.
cool. But when you get too close to them, they hiss and they run
Yes, they
after you,
do.
man. They
Yes,
start
they do.
snapping.
They hiss and they steal your mitts.
You're what?
Your mitts.
What is that?
Oh
What do you
my
mean
God.
mitts?
Your mitts. Your mittens.
Oh, who wears mittens?
Well, you do when you're 4.
Oh, okay, four.
I was at the park with my
Like
nana
mitts,
feeding
like
the
what
geese
is this?
bread, and
I
one
go there
came
with
too
bread.
close.
Are they stealing that? Like, is that a type of food in Canada that I don't
No,
know about?
no, they weren't like at Target or something, like scouting out the aisles. Like, no, they
Well, that would have been cool.
I was feeding said goose, and said goose felt like he was the dominant one, and he
Ah,
grabbed the bread and my mitten at the same time and scared the crap out of me as a 4-year-old.
and then he honks at you and then starts running, flapping its wings, and it's like, all right, go away before I kick you across the room. Jeez. You grab what I noticed, the two saves that I did on when you grab them by their neck, they
Oh
stop
gosh.
moving. Well, not hard, but well, it was the only way I had to hold them. Like I
If the
said, it was one of
SPCA is
those.
listening, that was a joke.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I didn't hurt it. Like I said, I will share the picture with Jenny, but no, it was just kind of, the way you got to hold them, by their neck, and then they calm down and
Mm.
they just kind of sit there and look around. And, one of them ended up curling its head, in my arm, and like, I think just passed out and went to sleep. And I'm like, all right, buddy, time to get up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a
That's,
bed.
oh, poor geese. Poor geese. um, let's move on to our rapid fire this or that.
All right.
Rapid fire this or that. Here we go. Salt or sugar?
Sugar.
Cartoons or video games?
Cartoons.
Ooh, nice. Water slides or roller coasters?
Roller coasters.
Yeah, buddy.
Definitely.
Sports cars or off-road vehicles?
I would say off-road.
Yes.
Off-road.
Oh,
Off-road,
we are so
definitely.
friends. Teddy Ruxpin or Elf?
Alf.
Tell me you have an elf without telling me you have an elf. Oh,
Oh, it's not out. No, I have that upstairs.
Do
No,
you
I
have
was
one?
sorry. I was looking at Gizmo.
Oh,
I thought
Gizmo.
he was
Oh,
in the
Gizmo.
Gizmo was in the corner.
Oh, I love Gizmo.
And
Oh, little Gizzy.
yeah, no, I looked over there. I was like, oh wait, no, that's upstairs. But no, definitely Alf. I had a text Teddy Ruxpin, but I spent more time putting my Guns N' Roses cassette inside and watching him sing to the other music, and it was like,
No
wow,
way.
Teddy Ruxpin can sing "Welcome to the Jungle" better than Axl Rose can.
That's insane.
So I had fun with that, definitely.
Love that. Love that. Your turn, sir. Go ahead. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Kids or no kids?
Kids.
Fancy brand name or Target, Walmart?
Target, Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed too many people that I know just way too into that brand name.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's like,
don't care. Generic all the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Summer. Okay. Cool Ranch or regular Doritos?
Oh, if they were vegan, let's just say regular Doritos. Yeah. Regular Doritos.
Yeah, but they're I didn't know that stuff's not. I thought chips and all that other stuff is.
Well, it's cheese, right?
That's
Cheese is an animal product.
No. There's if that's considered cheese, then I'm the president of the United States. I mean, that's more of a, orange powdery stuff that you got to lick your fingers,
Are you trying to
afterwards.
tell North America that the cheese on the Doritos is all chemical seasoning?
Yeah. Just like, all the processed food that we eat and everything else. It's fantastic. I mean, come on, some of that stuff that you're eating is not meant for your body. And it just like one of your former guests, he'll tell you it comes out the other end in a totally different manner. I forget. I mean, you got into that whole poop segment, on what was it, 2 or 3 episodes ago, and
Bunch of poop.
yeah.
Zach, he fabulous? Isn't he a great guy?
Oh my god. I mean, and I was surprised watching Jay cringe, and you're just going off and you're having a blast with this guy, and I thought you would be the more set back on it when this guy's talking about it, and Jay would have been like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and then
I look sophisticated, don't I? Yeah.
um,
I play it off well.
oh, you were perfect for that. I mean, it was just, you were just rapid fire with the stuff that was going back and forth between you guys.
It
So
was a pure fan out moment. I'm telling you. I think the
that's
guy's great.
fantastic. Oh,
I
geez.
mean, I think the guy's great. And not for nothing, but hashtag girls fart too. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
So
at least someone admits it.
oh yeah. Oh, listen, I have a very self-deprecating sense of humor. You cannot embarrass me. I've always been one of the guys. I shall be always one of the guys.
Awesome. That's always good.
That's
Not
how
the
I grew
stuck up girl where, oh, you guys are so disgusting. It's like, wait, did you hear the thing that came out of her mouth? No, she just said the most vile stuff I've heard in God knows how long. He's worse than I am.
Don't get me
He's
wrong.
my friend.
I can get fancy. I can dress up to the nines and get fancy and all that stuff. But I'm just as happy at home in my yoga pants and my tank top with a bowl of popcorn shooting shit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's you know what? That's one hell of a way to just an open mind and just keep going from there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say for my I didn't realize that you were vegan, so I was gonna say either I don't even know if you have Burger King up there. I was gonna say McDonald's or Burger King. Yeah, but
Well,
can you eat the fries?
they both have vegan burgers.
The
They have the Impossible Burger, and then I think
Impossible.
Burger King has a veggie burger.
But the problem is with that Impossible Burger, they cook it on the same grill as the other burgers. So you're still putting that impossible. But if you
So it's impossible to get a veggie burger.
Oh, it's impossible to get a veggie burger because if you actually read the ingredients of the Impossible Burger, there is meat in there.
No, there is not. No, there's
Yeah,
not. No,
there
it's
is.
pea protein.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you read the rest of the ingredients.
Oh, well, now I got to. Okay, well, now I'm on the hunt for the. Dang you, Darren. Let me go.
The reason I'm saying that, I saw somebody post a video on TikTok where they went on this whole rant about the Impossible Burger and how it wasn't vegan because this person was vegan, was eating it, and then she shows a video of her throwing up after the burger, going,
no way.
No, and somehow she got the actual ingredients of the burger, and she was like, see, it's like a meat byproduct or something else that was in it, and so
what? Oh, see here, they just list the nutritional facts, but
find it.
Let's see, because it is probably it's a vegan byproduct. It's soy and pea protein for sure, but why are they not listing the ingredients? Okay, here we go. Asante. Soy protein. Where is it? Come on. Ingredients. Okay, here we
Well, see, that doesn't sound good either.
go. Here we go. Water, textured wheat protein, coconut oil, potato protein, natural flavors, which I hate when they do that. Just say what the natural flavor is.
Right.
Soy, yeast extract, salt, konjac gum. So that's gives it that spongy
Yeah, was that
texture.
methyl
Xanax gum,
cellulose?
soy protein isolate, vitamins and minerals. Blah blah blah.
Okay. It says there's fat from coconut and sunflower oils, and
Yeah.
it's stuff that
Wowza.
helps hold the meat
No,
together.
there's no there's no
All
animal.
right, then I
animal.
don't know, because
Yeah.
it says while the burger itself contains no meat, Burger King acknowledged that the Impossible patties are flame grilled on the same broiler as its chicken and beef products. This means the
Dicks.
meatless burger will likely come in contact with bits of meat and poultry as it's cooked.
God.
So it's not fully
No
that.
one's safe. No one is
No,
safe.
unless you're making it yourself. You don't eat tofu, do you?
No, I make burgers out of beans. I mix beans and I put them in the food processor and a little bit of like nutritional yeast and some spices and mash it all up and you form burgers out of it and then you just throw it in the on the frying pan. It makes a great burger.
It just, I don't know. It just doesn't sound
It doesn't do it for
how
you.
me. No, you know what? Bring the cow to my house. I'll carve off what I want and
Oh.
ride the rest home.
Oh.
I, I want my burger like, I want to be able to put it on my bun and have it look at me and moo. You know.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Sorry, that sounds
Well, to
bad.
each their own. Each their
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
Rumor
Some like
has it,
meat, some
sir,
don't.
you have a tip of the day.
My tip of the day is something that I've slowly been trying to learn myself. It's not a big drawn out thing. It's one word:
Yeah,
breathe.
I
And
love it.
some people don't stop to do that. And that was one of my things where I'm constantly on the go. I
Yeah,
don't ever just stop and breathe.
yeah.
Just take that extra second, for yourself, whatever you got to do, even if you're in the midst of something going crazy, just stop what you're doing and just kind of, just breathe deep, and a lot of times I've noticed that doing that actually helps. I didn't think, oh, look,
Yeah.
the normal thing that you do every day, breathing,
Yeah. Ooh,
would help.
oxygen.
Yeah, you're
Hmm.
right. You know, into the nose, out through the mouth, and then you're good,
Aw. Well, I love
but
that tip of the day. It's very mindful. I love that.
thank you.
Very Darren, this has been a fabulous show. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me. I had a really good time. I
It
really
was
did.
really, really fun. I got to know a little bit more about you and your family and how you attack geese and
I like meat, and but we as long as we know we can still be friends, that's all that matters.
It'll be a friendship for sure. We want to
Perfect.
remind people to subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, send in your questions because we'll answer your questions on the show. And there's a link in our bio in our Instagram, Wake Up with Jenny and Friends. You can go to our beacons link and ask a question. And yeah, we love the likes and the follows. We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we are on YouTube. So check us out. Follow us every Monday morning. Thanks so much, Darren, for being here. And don't forget to tell Josh I said hi.
Yeah, tell Josh he owes me $20, okay?
I will. Yeah. Well, he takes a little while to
And it's
pay up, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully he
He'll come
does.
through. He's a good guy.
Good.
Josh is a good guy.
Fantastic. Good.
Yeah. We'll see you later. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.